Good evening, Keepers of the Cash. Gary B, the casual comic guy here, and joining me as always on Thursday, we have Digger Jim. Jim, how you doing tonight, sir?
I am doing fabulous. I am so ready for the weekend to start. I do that 410 thing, so my weekend starts tomorrow.
Nice. Not too bad. My weekend is Friday, Saturday, so today was my Friday.
Yeah.
And of course, welcoming him back for a second round, we have none other than Biggie Shaq himself. How you doing tonight, Biggie?
Great. Thank you, Gary B, for the invite. Digger Jib, always a pleasure. Appreciate being back on the show, man.
Right on.
Absolutely. So what we're going to do here, Biggie, is we're going to let you talk about your channel and yourself for about 2 minutes. We'll say hi to the audience, and then we'll come back for your first book.
All right. Just give me 1 minute to get situated.
You got it.
Okay.
And I will be muting myself a lot tonight, guys, because I am still sick. I'm coughing constantly, but I'm going to soldier through, and we're going to have a blast.
All right. So for my channel, I mainly do comic book entertainment. I'm a comic book wrestler at heart. I love wrestling. I love Hulk Hogan. I love comic books and family oriented, all about, my family, my kid, my girlfriend, my mom's. And for my favorite show on my channel, it is the Comic Collector Club. We do a little bit of poker, 5 comic books at a time, and very thankful. I've reached out and I met new people in the community, and we kind of all came together. And at this point, my boy Alan, Comic Collector Geek, Steppo, Steven, Collecto 6, Bleecker Street, D-Runk Comics, Hialeah, Man Caves, all those guys, they come and hop on the channel. And then we have other guys like Dracula, Metarog, all those guys. So it's a competition show, and Shaq Tunney's part of it. You got to have some kind of authoritarian, and Shaq Tunney plays that role. So I've just been having a lot of fun. This is what I think's fun on YouTube. I like showing books to people, seeing other people's books, collections, and that's what I get a kick out of, man.
Right on.
Nice. Yeah, and you got a great collection. All right, let's say hi to the chat real quick. First in tonight, we have Bobby Catalano. Good evening, Bobby. Nice to see you.
Bobby.
Then we have Hulk Collector Kevin. How you doing, Kevin? Nice to see you. 2 great people in the community.
Right on.
Both of them beating in Las Cruces. Good evening, Las Cruces.
You're slipping, Las Cruces.
All-time favorite people. Jerry the Jitterbug. How you doing tonight, Jerry? We have the OG herself, Miss Tina Carenson. How you doing, Tina? And yes, hit that thumbs up, guys. All right, and we got a lot of talk going on. We have Seth 11. Good evening, Seth. How you doing? Frog Brawler, great to see you, sir. Fun episode with him last week. Mr. DVH, how you doing tonight, sir?
DVH.
And all right, we are
Jean Malo.
I haven't got there. We are Jean Malo. How you doing tonight, sir? I'm just making sure I don't miss anybody, Jim. I'm Steve White. Good evening, buddy. How you doing?
Oh God! And, wait till you get to the bottom.
What's that? Oh, and we have Retro Rocket Comics, Chris. He's ready for his attack.
Oh, it's funny. Right on.
Tina's saying Biggie's gonna bring it. All right, so Biggie, why don't you bring us your first one, sir? And we'll keep nodding to people as they pop in.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's 10 books plus 1 with a special story and then a speculation.
You got it.
So I'm just going to show my world's finest too, man. What's up?
Nice.
Yeah, my oldest Superman or Batman book. 1941.
Man alive.
Yeah, it's a cool book.
Who did the cover on that, Biggie?
Cover was shit. I can't see. Cover Fred Ray art.
Mhm.
Fred Ray.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I don't know. I've only seen somebody else show this one time, and it was Steffo has one.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the first I've seen that book shown.
It looks wider. Is it like a magazine?
Yeah, you beat me to it, Jim. I was going to ask him the same thing.
Yeah.
So is that a wider book, Biggie?
Yeah, I think so. Golden Age, of course, is big. This has a big honking.
Yeah.
What do you call that on the spine?
Right. Big old spine crease. Spine. Yeah.
No. It's like when
Maybe
angels
square
have
bound.
Oh, it's square
square
bound.
bound.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, big square bound on there, and it's a thick book, probably 100-pager. Books back then, man, were like one shots. Like that's all you need is one big book, and this is a classic
96
example.
pages of. Yeah, it's Steve saying it is wider. Yeah, that is a beautiful start.
Yeah,
Well,
let's
I
hold
know
it
the
up.
Golden Age is wider, but that looked even wider than normal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
gigantic. It's like probably about a quarter-inch bigger than a regular Silver
And
Age.
I can't believe that's a 1.0. That presents so well.
Yeah,
It
I'm a
is.
little shocked on that as well.
It's a 1.0 Blue Label CBCS, but the cover is married, and the first page is missing, so it's an actual incomplete. But
who cares?
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, beautiful book, Biggie. Good start, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, man. So we just keep going from there, 1 to 10.
Absolutely. You got DVH saying he really wants a 40s book. His earliest is 1951.
Yeah.
This is a Steranko cover, 6.5. I actually got this A-OK to me from the guy that does the hunt, Tony Sanders. So shout out to Tony Sanders.
Lord. Yeah, that's one that I'm.
Yeah, I mean, that Polaris cover is so nice.
It's probably one of my favorite X-Men covers.
I think it's my second favorite next to the Dazzler one.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, Steranko, say what you want, man. He's a pimp, but he could draw back in the day, man. That's a
Steranko stuff is key. I like his Creatures on the Loose cover for Thongor too. It was great.
Amazing.
Plus, all the work he did on Fury.
Yep.
Yeah, for me, man, it's like I would have enjoyed this book in a 2.5. It wouldn't have bothered me much, but to have like a 6.5, it's like yowza, like
it's a great gift.
Now, is Polaris a favorite character of yours?
Not particularly, but the cover is one of my favorite X-Men covers, so it holds a good spot. It was a nice gift, and Polaris is dope, but this really ain't even her first appearance.
Right? We got Frog Brawler saying first time they had the new font on the X-Men.
Right.
On that issue.
Now, I'm not one of those guys that bash the old X-Men logo. This is okay. This ain't like groundbreaking for me, but the Polaris art and the cover is phenomenal. It kind of reminds me of Barry Windsor Smith and just good stuff. Bernie, I don't know, man.
It is. I love the background composition. Everything about that cover works.
Right.
Yeah. So it inspires me to get other covers that remind me of it. There's a lot of covers like the Silver Surfer one, the second Havoc. There's a lot of covers that kind of display like that. So that's a fun one.
Right. Number 3, buddy.
This one is my favorite modern age character. And I got a 9.4 newsstand.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't have that book.
It's probably one of my higher grade books, because the only reason I wanted high grade was because it's a New Mutants 98. So I wanted a 9.8. It's a long story how I got a 9.4 slab.
Right.
I bought a raw book, okay? Paid for a raw book and got a slab, and the raw book was a direct. So the story is he slabbed both books as like a prize to me or like a gift. And he just gave me the newsstand because it was both of them got 9.4s or something. But
Right.
either way, I tried for the 9.8, but I got this, so it's cool.
Yeah, still near mint.
They were talking about Deadpool on Chris's channel the other day. Like the question came up, who is a better artist, Liefeld or JR, Jr. And lately, I personally think Liefeld's had better covers than Jr. has. I don't like his stuff lately.
I agree with Kevin's assessment here. So far, every book you've shown looks way better than the grade that they assigned to it.
Oh yeah.
Those books you have are presenting perfectly.
They look good all slabbed up and stuff.
Nice to see you.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So this one right here was a-okay for my man Dachshund Man Cave Comics. Doc Samuelson. I got a million nicknames for him. Doc Hollywood, Man Cave.
Doc's amazing.
Doc is my inspiration, man. He came on Collector Club last week, dude, and blew the doors down, Gary B, brother. He came in there, man. He showed a Batman 1. He had us all going for it. We were like, oh, that's the big book. You got a Batman 1. That's crazy.
And he does it casually, though. Like, oh, yeah, I got this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then he shows a Tech 27, like, all right, tricks out, it's all figured out now. Tech 27. I'm like, boo, bro, crazy. So he's inspiration. He sent me this one. It's very, drugs are a horrible thing. Depression, drugs. This is such a gangster book. You see the heroin right there, man.
Right there
on the cover.
I'm shocked they let him put that on there.
Oh, they would never do that today.
No,
it was an indie.
No, it would have to be an indie.
But the big.
You want to hear something funny about this one too?
Absolutely.
So this was like the last book Doc sent me, and he sent me a bunch of books before, but this one didn't come. And I'm just like, usually Doc's shit comes about 2 or 3 days, and it was like a week, and I'm like, there's something ain't right, Doc. Like this shit ain't right. So I called the fucking post office, and they're like, oh, we sent it to this house. So before they could even come, they said, we'll send somebody up there. Before they could even send anybody, I already went down. They still had the package. And I don't live in the greatest neighborhood, so it wouldn't have surprised me if they opened it and found it. They wouldn't know what to do with it.
Right.
But I got it.
Probably doing more lines off it.
They were probably been, yeah.
On there. Yeah, exactly.
Right. They would have got their first free. They would have got a nice little bag of Coke for that or something, right?
Right.
Probably got some fentanyl or something.
See, I'm boring. I've never done a drug in my life.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still shocked at that book because they're so strict now about anything they'll put on there.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna change the party up, man. This isn't only slabs, dude. You don't have to only show slab books.
Right.
Correct.
I keep this one in a raw because I don't want to put it in a top loader because the Mylar it sends a little thick and the top loader would kind of pinch it. So I just kind of leave it in this looser Mylar joint. It's graded from my comic shop at 1.8. Everybody knows they grade very low, like usually better than
they do.
So,
oh, nice. Been seeing that cover a lot lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bad boy, man. This is like a book. Whenever I first start collecting, if I seen somebody get it, I'd be like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, that was That's just another banger.
Oh, yeah.
And I think you're right. I think that's way too low to a grade.
Yeah, man.
That's got to be at least a 5.
Fucking 5. God
I mean,
damn.
look at it. I don't know. It ain't no 1.8. I'm not good at
It's
grading.
pretty raw, bro. But
Well, that too, and you gotta love it, Biggie, just because it's a Kirby cover.
Yeah.
oh, fantastic.
I mean, you're
'Cause
such a Kirby guy, you know.
a lot of people like 49. You gotta love the elegance of the man coif here. All right, he's got the
Right.
dress going and his balls hanging, air drying, dude. He does that,
Oh,
man. What's up, bro? Like, okay, 49's cool and everything. Do you got your balls hanging out in a dress? I don't think you do, dude. So this is the one, man. That's the one. It just took a really smart person to say it. Nobody says stuff like that. So there you go. All right. I'm gonna take a sip and acknowledge my man's Bleecker and Hialeah.
I'll say Hialeah and Bleecker both. I'm sending them a message right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Take a little sip of the doctor.
Now, what's your favorite Kirby cover? Since you're such a Kirby fan, do you have an all-time favorite that's above all else for you?
Oh man, above all, dude. Oof. I mean, out of all the ones I own, my favorite's Avengers 1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like Avengers 1 a lot because you get like the Incredible Hulk and his glory and Iron Man gold. You know what's dope about the gold suit is that Iron Man, they just created the guy, right?
Right.
But they had the peace of mind to know to put that little circle up there in his chest. And just that little fucking circle in his chest turned into so much of his origin. You know what I mean?
Really
like,
did.
It's genius.
Stories for years.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, just that all them early incarnations of those characters and all that goodness. All right, I'm gonna try to give some my DC buddies out there some love. So
No, you started
don't
out
have
with
to-
some DC love.
did I? Oh yeah, I started out with
you had a
DC.
world's finest.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna get a little more eccentric though.
There you
DC
go. Let's do it.
There you go.
All right, this ain't Superman or Batman, brother. So this is what am I gonna say about this one? Oh shit, I don't know what I was gonna say. Anyways, we got the
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Yep, first Swamp Thing with Louis
Oh.
Simonson on the cover.
It takes me a minute. Sorry, Gary. So
You're fine.
you don't have to have a lot of DC. You just have to have the good ones.
There you go.
I don't even have the good one, so it's okay.
As long as you get the good ones, you don't have to have a lot of them.
Right.
That's the key part. Like everybody gets all the little decent ones. Just get the good ones and just chill. That's my philosophy. I mean, everything else is cool, but I feel pretty content with just my 3 or 4 big DC books.
Yeah, and that's a great one. What's the grade on that one, Biggie?
Actually it's only a 2.5, but that was me splurging, honestly. 'Cause I was looking at 1.8s and shit because at the time when I was buying them, it was at the peak crest of everything being worth a ton of money.
Yeah.
So this was a good like little $900 book. Little
I was gonna say that still presents better than a 2.5.
It all of the covers there. I'm very happy with what I got out of it. So sometimes you got to spend a little bit more. Not every book's going to be worth more money after you buy it.
Right. But I mean, at this point, though, that's one of those blue chip books. It's only going to get to a certain value.
Right.
It'll only drop so much, and then it'll just keep going back up.
Right.
It's a bad book, man. I highly suggest it. It feels good when you get it. If you go after it, you get that House of Secrets. It feels pretty good. Here's one of my favorite Superman books.
You got Callie saying grade twins. I guess you both have a 2.5 of it, huh?
Yeah. He might have one too.
Oh, nice, Callie. So Bernie Wrightson, absolutely. Yo, your chat loves books, man. I appreciate y'all. What up, Dr. Van Hoot, Seth? So some people like the first Supergirl, but I'm a Brainiac guy, so I got the first Brainiac.
Nice.
Oh.
Now that one's you don't see lying around either very much. I
No.
very rarely see it.
I
Now
get
I
jealous.
keep wondering though, Biggie's like why they don't put him in a big movie instead of just using the same tired
Luthor.
Lex Luthor over and over
Luthor.
again,
And Brainiac would be fantastic.
right?
I don't know why.
I mean,
I get jealous of collectors, and I see, like, I'm a Superman fan. I didn't know a lot of people that had this book. There's Rob Wurst is one.
yeah.
Very early, Gary had one, like in his original PC before he started selling a whole bunch of books. And I just don't know that many people that have this. So I always wanted it. I knew it was an expensive book. Like, it's always been frozen in time. Like, this book is just going to stay where it's at. I think it found its, now it could go up. It has gone up, but it ain't going to go much lower because it's always been at least that what it's worth. So it's a fun one to get.
Now, is that a Kurt Swan cover? Or?
Yes.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, Kurt Swan. First appearance and origin of Brainiac. First appearance of the shrunken city of Kandor.
Now, is Brainiac your favorite Superman villain, or just you just like him?
I feel like Brainiac is definitely the scariest opponent for Superman. I feel like he is.
I would agree with that. He's the most devious for sure.
He would probably hurt Superman more than what most people think he would. Now, my favorite, I mean, I came in loving Doomsday. Doomsday is fun and everything, but to a point, you just get, he's just a dumb oaf.
Right, he gets boring.
Yeah, he's too much based on beastly savagery than using his brain. Like, he does learn, but he learns like an infant. Like, he's got the brain of a child. So it's like, what can you do with that? You know what I mean?
And you got son of a Bruce Chris saying if they ever did Brainiac, he would love a Super Friend Silver robot version with his giant tentacle skull ship.
Yeah.
Yo, go Michigan, go Blue. Me and Digger Jim, we're gonna get the #1 championship in the world. Michigan Wolverines.
Yup.
And Seth is saying Doomsday is what happens every morning when he goes to the bathroom.
I love Doomsday. What's the top 5 Superman villains? I mean,
I would have to say what? Parasite, Doomsday, Lex Luthor, Brainiac, what Mixoplick maybe, because it's just how
you can't leave Darkseid out.
No, Darkseid has to be in the Darkseid has to be in
Zod.
there.
Plus Zod.
Zod.
Yeah. They haven't used Zod as much.
Plus we haven't even mentioned Bizarro.
Yeah.
No, sure haven't.
Yeah, Bizarro.
I have to, I mean, top 5, Darkseid, Parasite. You know, another good one, man, especially if you read enough Silver Age, Metamorpho was banging with Superman all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But Metamorpho is not a villain, though.
Yeah,
I guess
think
you could
he was
say the same thing about Bizarro. He's not really a villain; it's just who he is, kind of from his world.
Yeah, I think Metamorpho started out a little villainy, you know.
And Joe says Mongol.
Oh yeah, Mongol.
Mongol's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go to Marvel's Superman. Oh shit, it's upside down.
Good God.
Right. Awesome book.
Yeah, I like shit that people don't have. So I can say, hi, I got shit you don't have, you know? So
yeah, I've never seen that.
Nobody has timelies. What's up? Go get you a timely, fam. Holler at your boy.
So who is the woman in that, Biggie? Can you
that's
God, who is that? Does it say?
Sunny, something about Sun Girl, maybe not Sun Girl, something about her blonde hair. Mm-hmm. I knew this about a few months ago, but I forget. But yeah, it's like at first I thought it was her first appearance, but it ain't her first appearance. She's dope though. It's a good girl cover.
Yeah, it is.
Got her definitely. On it. Yeah, I mean it's cool, man.
I was gonna say I've never seen her either, Jim. So
yeah, I didn't know who that was.
She's not in many issues.
There we go.
Sun Girl.
Yeah, I can.
It ain't gonna say her name. I knew it before. You can figure it out. It is Captain America number 68. If anybody wants to figure it out in the chat.
Yeah, I'll run it up. Look it up.
Al Iverson did the cover art. I got a timely because I'm a Jack Kirby fan, but I was such a noob, Gary.
Yeah.
You associate Jack Kirby with Golden Age Captain America, but honestly, he only did like 10 or 11 covers.
Yeah, I've never actually associated him with Cap. Mostly I associated him with the Avengers.
Yeah.
I associate him with Golden Age Cap. I thought because he did Cap 1.
Right.
So Kirby did like Cap 1 through 10, and then Schumberg did everything almost. Then you had guys like Iverson. I don't know. There's a bunch of other ones, but yeah, man. So Simon did a bunch of them. Joe Simon,
Cap and the Invaders, and
so yeah, man. I got it to be like supporting Kirby, but to get an actual Kirby Captain America, it's a premium.
Now, Seth 11 wants to know how long you've been collecting, Biggie.
I'd say since like 2015 or 14.
See, you've put together quite a collection since then, too. And Nauman says that the woman on that cover is Golden Girl.
Golden
Girl. See, I do have something to do with her blonde hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right, Nauman. You got it, bro. So this one right here, I feel like there's a Trinity in Marvel. I don't have one of the pieces. I wanted a Golden Age Cap, a Golden Age Subby, and a Golden Age Torch. So if I could give anybody a tip, just go get it all winners and get it all over with if you're trying to do what I'm trying to do. But I took the long road and I just got a Golden Age Subby. So that's okay,
Nice. That yellow's so well intact too. Look at that. Holy cow.
It pops. Damn.
I'd like to get a Golden Age Torch one day.
Right?
Maybe. This is a Bill Everett story and art Joe Manley cover. Why did they start off with Bill Everett story and art? Why didn't they just say who the cover was? That's odd, bro. But that's because Bill Everett is so important to Submariner. That's probably why they did that.
I'll say, the names
Top
have
villain.
status, right?
Right. Top villain.
That's a pretty sick incarnation of Subby too. I mean, he's got the big ass head. It's pretty sick, bro.
Yeah, it is pretty dope.
You got Chuck Hensey saying nice Subby.
Yep.
Thank you.
It is nice. It would be great for you to have a Submariner and old school Human Torch on display next to each other.
Yeah, that would be pretty dope.
Yeah, I mean, I got two of them. The Marvel.
Get yourself like a little Invaders wall going.
Yeah, now all you need is a...
Yeah, all you need is the Human Torch. Now. I mean, not the Human Torch, the Robot Torch.
All right. So, this is another gift, right? A-OK from my man, Doc Savage. This was my favorite. Well, one of my two favorite A-OKs I've ever got in my life. And this is years ago. I've probably had this book 4 years now or so. And it just means so much to me that, like, anybody in the world or people, like, think about you and care and want to make you have a good day or whatever they do, or whatever they're thinking, just being generous. And, bro, when I got this, dude.
Wow.
I didn't even know what
that book one other place, and that was on Jerry the Jitterbugs channel.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's a great book.
It feels like a Superman 1 or something. When I saw it, I was just like, what in the hell, bro?
You know what, though? Every time I see it, I wonder, like, why is this idiot swimming when he can just fly?
He couldn't fly back then. That's how crazy old it is. He wasn't able to fly.
He leaped tall buildings. He didn't fly.
Yeah.
Man, look at that. That blue pops
that is
too.
Beautiful.
Still.
Now, who did that one? That cover?
I think it's Burnley. Yeah, this is a Jack Burnley cover.
Nice. Now, being a Superman fan, who's your favorite all-time Superman artist, Biggie?
It's definitely Kurt Swan.
Yeah.
I usually hear
But
Kurt Swan or Neil Adams is what I usually hear from people.
No, Adams, pretty good choice. He's a little too dramatic for Superman. I mean, there's some good ones though. There's some real
Milt's
good.
asking you what number that is, Biggie.
This is Superman 23, 1943. Let's see. It's a complete copy, classic war cover. There's a little tape on the corner, interior cover, little tape, but it's complete. It's a gorgeous book. Crazy book, bro. Yeah,
Now,
I remember
when you're acquiring those, Biggie, are you getting them pre-slabbed already, or are you getting them pressed clean and then sending them out?
it was sent to me that way, and I just kept
Nice.
it that way. Yeah. So if I'm getting books like that, I usually just buy them the way they are. I've never sent a book in to slab it. I don't trust graders. I never did. I don't like CGC. I've said that for years, but I'll buy their product. I feel like it's definitely the standard in comic book representation. Like people will buy a CGC book, but me being I trust the old heads, like the original old school collectors and shit. And I felt like a lot of them it don't matter. They don't send them in that much either. You know, like they just buy them the way they are, or every now and then they'll get some stuff graded. And it's expensive to get big books graded, bro. Like
Yeah,
if
It
you got
is. The percentage on those that they want to charge you is nuts.
I was talking to Steppo, bro. He's sending like a couple $20,000 books and shit. He said his bill was like $7,000. He sent in 8 books.
Yeah, it's nuts.
That's crazy.
You get books that were like 20 grand.
Yes.
I've learned. I feel like I'm trying to learn as much as I can. Like I've learned most of the modern to gold or silver, and now Steppo and Alan have been on my channel a lot, and I'm trying to learn their stuff. I watch Alan a lot. Those guys talk about stuff I don't know about, so that's the stuff I try to learn. I'm never going to run across these books, but it's fun. It's fun to know, you know, for me.
And you see, I'm a primarily Bronze Age collector. That's my niche. Like I don't have any 40s or 50s books. I primarily love Bronze Age, but when you're looking at the books, like you're getting there with it's just when I slab, I like to have a reader's copy. Well, to go with my slab copy, and that's just not doable with those type of books.
No,
just because of how the price is and how much it costs to slab them. If I had books like that, I'd rather just have them in a Mylar so I could take them out and look through them when I wanted to.
Right.
Yeah, I've read my Avengers 1 about 4 times. I shouldn't be flipping through it, but it's a nostalgia trip. All right, so that was one of the books.
10.
Yeah, that was 10. Okay, so I got 2. Okay, yeah, that's
right.
right.
So you have number 11 with a personal story attached.
I probably used this last time, but I don't care. Like, you know, if you don't do it right now, people forget anyway. So you might as well.
Right.
If you ain't doing what you want right now and you're living in the past, dude, you might as well just forget about it. So, I mean, this is my most personal story, my favorite, one of my 2 favorite AOKs I ever got. I'm just going to leave it in the Mylar, but it's a 3.0 Hawk 2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. About 30 people chipped in and AOK'd me this, and I still worship this book. This is one of my favorite, absolute hardcore PC favorite books. I love this book so much.
Yeah, that's amazing. What an AOK, right?
Right. Jesus.
It's the first Green Hawk. It's the Hawk we know. You know,
Right.
It's one of the best second appearance books there are. It's a little less seen than often. You know, you don't see this that much. It's a cool Kirby, and there for a long time it was very underappreciated, and I caught it at the tail end of the underappreciation.
I was gonna say, you think it would hold a higher value because it's the first green one, you know?
Yeah, like the Hawk number 1. That Hawk is we don't even know that Hulk. Like that's like a Frankenstein Hulk. This is the Hulk. It
Right.
starts here.
Right.
It kind of starts right here. Like it's semi started with the first one, but if you read this book, he's trying to figure out how to contain the Hulk, and he's just now getting his grasp. Like the first one was almost like a pre-code horror or something. So I love Hulk 1, don't get me wrong, but I just love this book, and I feel like it's finally getting the appreciation it deserves. I tried to get one for like, they had like a 2.0 raw for like $600, and I put it on a top 10 list for me to get, and it got away from me, and then it blew up. I was like, well, there it went. I'm never getting that thing.
Never getting that one.
Yeah, and I ended up getting it. So that's my story book. Thank you, everybody chipped in and got me this. Still one of my favorite books.
And awesome. And again, a book that presents well above its grade.
It is. I'll tell you another thing. I could tell you a story about that too. So it's got these holes in it, right? I don't know if you can see them. There's one up here.
Okay.
12.
Yeah.
There's one up there. I think there's 3 holes. Maybe there's only 2. Yeah, there's one at the top and one at the bottom.
Yeah.
So a 3.0 is the highest grade a book with holes in it can get. So I'm to believe if there was no holes, it would get a 9.8.
There you go.
Right? No, I'm just kidding.
Nice.
So yeah.
No, awesome book, Biggie.
Yeah, very
amazing.
Now my speculation book is a book. If y'all don't haven't caught a semblance to all the books I've shown, it's all the books that I feel like are super cool that I don't see that often. I just want to have them all in front of me. But so no Avengers 1 tonight. I want to show a book that's that people can actually go out and buy if they, you might have to spend about $50. You could probably get you a copy. And this is a magazine. It's the Silver Surfer Lee and Kirby Cosmic Experience.
Oh man.
Oh wow.
All right.
I have never actually seen that magazine. And I'm a big magazine guy.
Yeah, me either.
That is really cool.
I feel like the only place I'm going to see that is like an antique shop or something.
This book, man, I got to show you some insights because you guys ain't going to believe this, bro.
Yeah, let's see it.
Full of Kirby, Galactus, goodness. I mean, it's Kirby pencils, but like a paint artist, somebody else painted it. And so you get stuff like this all through it.
Oh wow,
man.
that's just fantastic.
There's some splashes in here that are crazy. So if you're like a surfer collector and you never seen this, it's a pretty cool book.
Wow.
Shout
that's a
out
great spread. What a full page that is.
Yeah, full page splashes of Kirby, full page splashes of other characters.
Wow.
Just chock full. Shout out to my boy 84. He's one of the bigger Galactus Silver Surfer fans I know. He AOK'd me this one. And
Now, what year is that from, Biggie?
I actually got to be careful with it. It is I don't know off the top of my head there, Gary. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. I'll research it later.
I could figure it out probably.
Probably on the inside, yeah, right there on that.
You
Yeah,
want
it might be.
John Malone wants you to show the cover one more time after.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I got it. 1978.
Okay, there you go.
Man.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Yeah, I'd say this is a top 5 surfer cover, in my opinion. I like Silver Surfer 1. I like Silver Surfer 4. I like that Tales to Astonish, Mary Severin, or, Yeah, it's Telescript. I think it's like 92 or 93, where it's real big, and he's got the Hulk. So that's like top 3. And then this one's like right up there. Like it's pretty good surfer cover.
Yeah, that is. And the back cover is good too.
Right.
Yeah.
The back one really explodes, man. That one just took my breath away. Jesus.
Yeah, man. So that's my speculation, man. It's not too pricey. You can get them under $100. It's,
Yeah, amazing book.
I think it could be something that could go up in value later too.
Absolutely.
Well, Surfer will be hot again within the next like 5 to 8 years.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna do. I think he's gonna be in the. Yeah, I think that he's gonna be part of that whole Fantastic Four thing.
Oh, I think so.
I wouldn't doubt it. If you're gonna bring Galactus, you got to bring Surfer.
Yeah.
Right?
And if you're,
I just hope that they start out on his planet with him getting Norrin.
Yeah, I think they have to give an origin story, even if it's just a mini, snippet.
Yeah, you got to show Norrin's sacrifice becoming the Surfer to save his planet to give him a little more oomph.
Yeah.
Yep. If you're going to do FF, it's either Doom or Galactus. So it's a safe bet to say Surfer's probably going to make a show. I mean, what is it next year just for Marvel going to be Deadpool? Is there any other Marvel movies coming out?
I don't know.
I don't think so. So it's going to be a couple years.
I've been so busy, I haven't even looked at what's coming out for movies.
Yeah.
I just see the trailers and I'm like, oh, I want to go to there.
I think Deadpool is the only Marvel movie coming out. I could be wrong, but
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
No,
they're doing a reboot. They're trying to figure out, what they want to do.
Yeah, those are definitely great books, though, Biggie. Thank you for bringing those on and showing us.
Yeah, you're welcome. Before I go, thank you for having me on. And the next book I want to get is a Hulk 181. I feel like it's the time to get that. So that's also something. You talk about speculation.
You showed was the Polaris tonight.
Polaris was good.
But that's not taking anything away from how great the World's Finest and Timely Captain America is either.
Yeah, I'm gonna call the World's Finest. That first book was the biggest banger I've ever seen. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Well, no, I'm just talking personal life, not what the biggest banger is.
All right. Well, the cover and everything. I was like, holy squat.
I tried, man. I had to show out. Gary asked me to come on, and I knew I wanted to show some good books for old Gary B.
Now, Biggie, when I get Hialeah back on, you're going to have to come on as a co-host, buddy, and sit in the co-host chair with us.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Me and Hialeah are real good pals, man. I would definitely
we'll get you co-hosting, man.
Cool, man. That sounds fun. I would love
to have some fun. All right. Well, we're going to go around. First, I want to say thank you, man. That was incredible. I always love seeing what you got going on. You and I don't get to talk that often. I still think you're a great dude, so it's always a pleasure to actually interact with you again and have you on the show. So thank you very much for taking the time and coming on my silly little channel. Jim, what's coming up for you, sir?
Man, I have all kind of stuff coming up this year. I'm going to be doing a lot of pack rips. You're going to see a lot of short pack rips. Besides this football, I'm also a big a soccer fan, and my wife went to when she was over in England, she got me some cards to rip. So I'm gonna be doing that. I won a huge prize. Not a comic book prize, but on the other side of what I do, which is metal detecting. So be on the lookout for that. It's going to be, I'll be showing it, and I'll be doing some shout outs to some different metal detecting channels that I like. Cause I always like to mix it up, man. I have a mystery box coming from Nick's Kicks and Comics that I'll be showing, a little bit of that. Brother John is sending me my Christmas present because it didn't come in time, so that's on its way. So I'll be showing that. I got a lot of stuff going in the fire.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got a busy week this week, so I took Tuesday off. So tomorrow night on the 5th, you can catch me on Puff 83 Sean's channel, where me, him, and Thorson are talking about Jason and the Argonauts.
Okay.
All right. So that'll be 4:00 Eastern. Then you can catch me, Sean, and Thorson together again this Saturday when we have Dusty Brick Brown, Al Rainey on for the special Saturday edition of the 10-1-1. And then next week we have Cliff from Cliff's Comics, and Jason Southern Comic Geek making his second appearance
Right.
next week. So, and Biggie, what's coming up for you, sir?
Oh yeah. Actually, right after this, I'm gonna be on Papa Willie's. Papa Willie's doing a show about wrestling, so I'm gonna hop on there. I got Collector Club this Friday. Hialeah's coming on. He's returning. We'll probably have Steppo, Allen, and Bleeker, D-Runk, a few people. And in the future, I've been invited to Cliff's trivia show. I think I'm on his first trivia show, and
Nice.
I'll be on Middle of Nowhere Comics channel too.
Oh, nice. Now I got to ask you, as a wrestling fan, Biggie, because to me this is like a wrestling grail for comics. Do you have the Macho Man cover with his face?
I have the Hulk Hogan Raw secret variant, but I don't have that. I'm not the biggest Macho Man guy. I got like Hulk Hogan.
That one commands a pretty penny too. That one's big.
Is it?
Yeah, my coolest Hulk Hogan piece is either my poster up here signed by him, the classic. He's ripping his shirt.
Right.
I got that from Steve and my boy 90MF Comics, Jeff Comics. I think Puff might have been involved. But I also have, which I don't display that often. I need to figure out a way to display it. But I have a Hulk Hogan boot signed by Hulk Hogan.
Oh,
What?
nice.
That's sick.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy.
Damn. I don't know how
Yeah, I
you
remember.
display
Because when I was a
man.
kid,
Now, you
I
can
just remember watching that growing up. And whenever Hulk Hogan was in a fight, you waited for the script, right? You waited for him to go down. He's taking a
Yeah.
beating. No one could look more whooped than him. He was so great at looking like he was done. And all of a sudden, you could see. And then the arm would start shaking, and then he'd do his big getting up and shaking his head, and nothing would hurt him. It was just such a great act. It was so much fun.
I always wanted to block a punch like he does too. Like somebody throw a punch and you just throw your arm out there and you stop them and you go, like that. Like that ain't real, bro. Like you could never do that. But Hulk Hogan pulled it off perfectly every time. If you throw a punch at him, blocked. Or
Now,
he just eat it.
What'd you think about Andre the Giant?
What is it? What about Andre?
Yeah.
Oh, he's the greatest. Andre was the last real champion, in my opinion.
Dude, did you see the little clip that was out about Arnold Schwarzenegger talking about Andre and meeting him in
absolutely.
dinner?
I've known about that for years. Yeah.
Dude, it's a cute story.
Yeah.
But it's also just shows you how powerful Andre was, that he just put his hands on Arnold, picked him up and set him on top of something and went and paid the bill. Arnold Schwarzenegger on something like a little kid.
Arnold and Wilt Chamberlain Andre and Wilt Chamberlain made Arnold look like a little boy, dude.
Oh, they did, especially in that one photo with them where he's like hanging on them. He does look like that's a classic photo.
Yeah.
There's some great Andre stories, bro. I remember as a kid, we had a little hotbed wrestling area, whatever you call it, and WCW guys would stop by every now and then. WWF guy, and then there was a food land at this grocery store is now gone, but people said that you could see Andre head and shoulders above the aisles. Like it didn't matter where you were in the store, you saw Andre.
Right.
Like he was just that big, bro. So.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine him like on the road? He's got to go. He's, there's no bed that's big enough. I mean, even a king is probably not really big enough for him. And then he get into the shower. I mean, you go into the shower. He's got to do like this just I mean, dude, being that big too, like anywhere you go, you don't have privacy. Everybody sees you. Oh yeah.
There's no privacy for you.
Massive. So
you got to get used to the attention because everyone's always going to see you. Everyone's always going to notice you. You can't just fade into a crowd on days you don't want to be bothered by people.
No.
He was legit. I feel like if there was UFC, he could have won a UFC championship because I don't think people could legit take him, bro.
Right.
I think real wrestlers tried him and nobody could take on.
Well, he was just a natural force of nature.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Like when your wrist and your ankles are as big as basketballs, what can you do? You can't do
great. Like in The Princess Bride, like that one line, that one line was perfect for him to say, and and the people who wrote that line just understood him so well.
Yeah.
Where he goes, "It's not my fault at being the biggest and the strongest. I don't even work out."
He didn't have to. Yeah, he was just
No.
naturally strong.
Yeah,
He's just
and I'm
big.
sure he did work out, but I just yeah.
He was
And-
actually a karate kid kind of dude when he first started. He was into martial arts.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
man! I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to take just that guy's like hand is like half your body, just like one
Yeah.
swipe and you're taking a nap.
Yeah.
Well, everybody heard the story about him fighting in a bar and flipping their car over. Like he's a maniac. I heard John Studd tried to like push him over or get strong with him and kind of punch at him and stuff. And Andre just held his ass out of the hotel. He just held him out like with one arm, held him out the window, brought him back in. He's like, "Oh, I don't want to try you. I don't want to." You know, that's just how big he was, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, you know, you should do like a wrestling memory show at some point and just talk about all that cool stuff.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Me and my boy 84 used to do Mega Power Hour, and we did wrestling all the time. Maybe he'll come back out of retirement, but you know, I'm always open to wrestling. I love me and Bleeker talk about wrestling a lot, and
Yeah, Bleeker's got that great belt from Pocan Joe now.
Bleeker is one of my favorite people in the community. He takes time to make sure to check in with me and spend time with me. Shout outs to Big Bleeker and all my buddies. Alan has been a phenomenal buddy. Who would ever thought? Like when I first met Alan, I was like, this guy is amazing collector. He has a first Wonder Woman. You know, nobody has that book, dude. But to find out like he's an open, friendly person, like
Right.
and he's loyal. If he tells you something, he will do it, and that's the kind of people I like to have around me. So shout outs to Alan. Great channel, very knowledgeable, and I appreciate everybody I get to spend time with.
Definitely a solid dude. Well, that's where we're lucky. We have a lot of solid people in this community, and you named quite a few of them tonight. Just
Absolutely.
But I want to thank again. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Biggie.
Yep.
And I want to thank. We had a great audience. A lot of participation. Thank you guys for showing up tonight. Everyone's links are in the comments below. Please sub up these gents and give them a follow. Lots of great stuff ahead coming for them. And that's it for tonight. So until next time, guys, keep it casual.